Hey YouTube, it's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul. In today's video, I'm going to show you a quick and dirty way to master your tracks before you upload them to the internet. And I'm probably going to get a lot of people yelling me, hating on me, saying this is not how you master, this is not this is not that. But guys, this is just a quick and dirty way to master your tracks, to make the volume nice and loud, so when you upload it to the internet, you could kind of compete with the other tracks out there, because no one wants to listen to a really quiet song. We're just used to really loud songs, and this is how you get that before you upload it to the internet. Now, in no way is this a professional method to master your tracks and kind of put it to all streams for people to purchase. This is just a quick and dirty way to master your tracks, bring your volume nice and loud, get some compression happening, and get your tracks ready, for the most part, for the world. So here we go. Here is our track in its dry format without any mastering done. So really what you want to do to make sure you're prepared for mastering is make sure that at the loudest part in your song, you're kind of hitting -6 dBs here in your reference track or your master track right there. So I'm peaking around -5 dBs, -5.5. It's okay. You don't have to be right on -6 dBs. The more headroom you give the mastering, the better this will be. But for the most part, aim for -6, between -12, -6 dBs. Don't go over -3 dBs on your master track here. Alright, so now that we established that our track is mixed and kind of working at an appropriate level for mastering to start, let's go ahead and add in our first plugin. So the first plugin is going to be our EQ, and it's going to be a single band EQ. It is going to be a low cut, and we're just going to pretty much cut out anything below 30 hertz, because really you don't need anything below that 30 hertz. By doing this, we just remove the subharmonic frequencies of our mix that we don't really need in our music. So I'm just going to cut that out here. You won't really hear a difference there. Next thing that you're going to do is bring in a compressor, and I like to use a preset as a starting point or a reference point. So I'm going to go here, go to compressor tools, and load in the platinum analog tape, and we're going to adjust just our threshold. Actually, we're going to turn off our auto gain here. We're going to adjust our threshold until it hits about -3, -4 dBs of gain reduction. Alright, so that's good right there. We're getting some nice compression in it. We're kind of gluing our track together. And keep in mind, guys, you always want to compress at the highest peak point of your track. So in this case, this is just a straight loop that I recorded in for this tutorial. So everything is going to be at the same peak point. But really, the reality in songs, you got your chorus, which is mainly usually the high point. So you want to go to your chorus and kind of use that as a reference point for compression and everything that we're doing here. Alright, that's good. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to bring in a multi-presser. And once again, we're going to use a preset as a reference point. And I usually love to use the punchy drums preset. I think it makes everything sound better. And from there, you can adjust accordingly. It just smooths out the track. If you want more bass, you can kind of just push this down a little bit. Less of the highs, pull this up, and you can go from there. Alright, and last but not least, we're going to bring in an adaptive limiter, and that's pretty much going to bring up our volume to the appropriate level, if you will. So let's go ahead and just make sure our output ceiling is at -0.1 dBs. So right before that clipping point, we don't want it to go over 0.1 dBs. And we're just going to push up our gain here until we get some gain reduction here. And you don't really want to push it over 5 dBs of gain reduction. You'll see what I mean in a moment. So that's not bad right there. It actually kind of works. But if you did have For some reason, Logic took out the input gain knob. Let's bring in one here. If you push up the gain too much, you're going to get distortion. As you can hear there, and you don't want that. So I'm just going to remove this. Just want to show you in case you use another plugin that has an input gain, you don't want to push that too high. And as you can see, we're not going above 0 dBs here. And we're pretty much set to go. So let's go ahead and A/B that. Take out everything. And that right there is a quick and dirty way to master your tracks for the internet. Now, once again, this is not a way to master your tracks completely for if you want to sell your music or kind of get it professionally polished. No, mastering it should be left for like professionals because it is more of a technique rather than a creativity thing. But if you do have any questions on this, you can ask me in the comment section below. Now you're able to just bring up your tracks to an appropriate volume so your songs will be heard and not skipped over when the volume is too low. Thanks guys, that's it for me. If you're new to I'm a Music Mogul, remember to hit that subscribe button for more great videos. As usual guys, I'll talk to you all in the next one. See y'all later. Peace.